Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be going over pilots and what pilots can do for your robots. I'm also going to be throwing in a couple of tips and secrets when it comes to upgrading your pilots, which pilot skills to go for. And along with that, also some gameplay. So if you want to skip straight to the gameplay portion, you can always do that. I will have chapter markers on the timeline. And don't forget, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up. And without further ado, I guess let's get started. Okay, so first things first, what are pilots and what can pilots do for your robots? So pilots are a way to enhance your robot by applying different skills. And in order to kind of explain this concept, especially to newer players, I'm going to use the Ravana as an example. So with this Ravana, if I did not have a pilot on it, I can only use my ability twice. Because I have the legendary pilot, the Honor Poe, or the Ravana, which is very specific to this robot, I can now use my ability 3 times. And it actually says here, Ravana's ability gets an additional charge. So this is just one way you can enhance the robot by applying, a pilot to it. And the list of skills is going to vary depending on your robot. So for example, the skills for the Ravana may not all be there for like the Seraph or for the Khepri. It's going to vary. Okay, so where do you find your pilot and how do you know which pilot to use on the robots you have? So in the bottom left corner of your screen, we have AI controlled. If you click on this, at the top of your screen, we have 2 tabs. So we have My Pilot, which is basically an inventory of all the pilots you currently own. So if you purchased a pilot, if you won it from an event or you got it from the black market, it's going to appear under this tab over here. Now, the training center is where all the fun stuff is going to happen. So basically, we have 2 different kinds of pilots. We have the regular pilot, which is highlighted in blue. So you can see the top of this box here, we have the blue highlight. So these are regular pilots. And then we have the legendary pilot or the special pilot highlighted by the color gold. Okay, so you can actually refresh this through the use of ads. If you use this, it's going to change. Let me just actually show you as an example. Okay, so we refresh it now, but I don't recommend doing this because it's going to be very expensive, if you do it this way. So what I recommend is, every day or if you play often, use the ads to refresh it and try to get your pilots that way. But to see an entire library or list of all the legendary pilots, you click on this tab over here. Now, this is actually really important because this is a library of all the pilots, or I should say legendary pilots in the game for all the different robots. You can see we have actually quite a lot. And there's actually multiple pilots for some robots. So you got to keep that in mind as well. So here's just a couple of them. And how do you know, which pilot is for which bot? So I'm going to show you right now. If you click on the info icon here, it will actually show you. It says here, all active modules on Bulwark recharge faster. So this pilot over here is specific to the Bulwark. And if we click on this pilot over here, it says Aojung deals increased ability damage. So we know that this pilot is for the Aojung. And there are some pilots out there that are universal. You can apply it to any robot without losing that special skill. My pilot is one of them. So all weapons deal increased damage of 5%. And also on top of that, there's pilots out there that are very weapon specific. But if you're a new player, I would kind of stay clear of those pilots because they can be very expensive. Unless, of course, you have the resources. But Medeanarium is one of them. So if I can try to find that pilot over here. So with this one, if you have the Toxin, the Venom, the Bane, Viper, Wasp, Sting, the Hornet weapons, any kind of corrosion damage, you can use this pilot. And it actually increases your damage, not the corrosion damage. Okay, so only the base damage it increases. I often get asked that question a lot. Okay, so hopefully this was able to help you guys figure out, which pilot to use on your robots. And now for a couple of tips. So oftentimes I get asked by players, is there a special set of skills that work across the board? No matter which robot, you should go for those skills. Now, there are a couple. The Armor Expert is a really good one because it gives your robot more health. The Roadhog is another really good one. It gives it more speed. And also, if you're finding that you're burning through power cells a lot, especially if you're a free player, there is one skill that is really good. And that skill is called Quartermaster. Okay, so this skill over here, or active modules on the Ravana, but it could be on like the Mender, the Khepri. Costs less power cells to activate. This is a really good skill to have if you are a free player and you are trying to reduce the use of power cells. So I think those are the ones I'm going to recommend. If you have other skills that you recommend, please leave it in the comment section down below. And if you have any other questions about pilots, leave it in the comment section down below as well. But you know what? With that said, let's drop into a game using the following lineup. So I do have the Revenant here. I've got the Ravana, the Mender, Seraph, Behemoth, and also the Indra. Okay, so we've just dropped in on Valley map, and I have started with the Ravana first. So we're going to try to get some beacons here for my team. Just making sure that we got our home beacon on that left side. We have quite a few players at center here. I think they're going to be pushing. Yeah, they're going to be pushing this side. So we're going to have to try to defend here against this attack. I just hope that my teammates get onto this beacon here because I want to use my ability, but I can't use it just yet. If I use my ability, then I'm going to give up this beacon. So I have to kind of be careful here how I play this. I can take out this guy. I can't use my ability. If I use it, I'm going to give up this this beacon here. I just hope that my teammates get on there quickly. Uh-oh. Let's drop in with the Seraph. There we go. I'm going to cap this beacon first before I go into flight. There we go. We have a player right next to me here. I'm going to drop that heal. And let's drop down. I can do some damage to him this way. And there we go. Oh man, we have another one. Let's try to take out that guy. Let's go into flight. What I might do is drop in with my my Mender. Looks like we have a few players attacking that left side as well. So I'm going to put some pressure on this side. Whew, there is a lot of Sirens and Seraphs on this side. You got to be careful. 2 Seraphs, a Siren attacking me. I need my ability quickly here. Yeah, there we go. This one's going to be landing here soon. Let's try to kill this Seraph. Just drop down. Ah! This might actually be a very close game. A lot of beacons changing in this game. I need to get this. Yes, we got it. We got it. Perfect. Now I can drop in there with the Mender. Oh no, they're going to change it. Holy shoot, they almost did. That was close. Almost. You know what? Usually when you have 2 players on a beacon like that, it changes. If you have enough players. This guy's going to try to push me off the beacon though. But I do have a Fenrir here to help me out. So let's try to heal him up. Let's do that heal as well. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I need to use a heal again. Man, this is like crazy. This is a war zone here. I'm trying to heal his great damage too. Nice. We need to get rid of this guy though. I'm going to put down a heal. Okay, so where do you find your pilot and how do you know which pilot to use on the robots you have? So in the bottom left corner of your screen, we have AI control. If you click on this, at the top of your screen, we have 2 tabs. So we have My Pilot, which is basically an inventory of all the pilots you currently own.
Upgrade token makes sense here. Buy for a while until I with you together. You see, I only have a level 9. What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manny, and this video is packed with news about me, about the game, and a lot of other things. But first off, holy smokes, Pixonic, that thing looks awesome. The new Blaze Rex. Jeez, when I equipped this thing, I was like, wow, that is a fantastic design. I love it. Also on the weapons, right? The Blaze version of the Rex, as well as the Blaze versions of the weapons. Really awesome. I am, however, worried about the damage output. 50,000 for a medium weapon and 32,000 for a light. Just seems way too much to me. But we're gonna test this, okay? Also, I want to upgrade things with you together. You see, I only have a level 9 Bull Drone, a level 50 Pilot here. Let's see how far we can get with the 11,000 Memorium that I've got. We also have the new Battleship, the Stealther, that we're gonna level. It's level 3 right now. So lots of stuff, and normally I do this before I start the video and prepare it, but I thought, hey, let's make this like an authentic thing. You see how it goes, how much it costs, and how it would be if you were to do the same things, okay? And full disclosure, because I see a lot of confusion about this. Some people are asking, hey, I thought, Manny, you're no longer part of the creator program. There are two separate versions of a creator program in Pixonic. There is the Mentors program, which includes the press account and giveaways and a lot of other things. And then there is there's the creator program. And the creator program is something every YouTube channel can participate and sign on to. And depending on the amount of views you get for War Robots, you get a certain amount of prizes sent to your private account. And that's why I get the new things still, right? But only to a certain level and only a certain amount. For instance, I don't have more than these here from the new versions and so on, right? And also, I don't have new ultimate content. That's the reason why, okay? And that's why I like to do these hashtag WarRobots community videos where I can at least still show certain content that I don't have on my channel, on my account. All right, so now, second thing, before we start upgrading everything, you see that I have a different camera setup. I'm in a different location. I have left Germany. I've already announced this a while ago. I have deregistered, I sold everything, and I left. Boom, finished with Germany and the European Union. I have a a TikTok and an Instagram channel linked down below for you guys if you want to know more about my reasons. I don't want to put this too much into this video here. This is an entertaining gaming channel, nothing related to politics here, but the other channels for Insta and TikTok, they go into the reasons why I'm leaving, so I'm linking them to you below in case you want to know more about this. But I'm now in Dubai for a while until I am have set up everything here, and then I'm gonna move on to Thailand. But let's keep going, my friends. Even though the visual quality is slightly changed, we have a Rex Blaze Mark II level 6 right here. And you see I haven't gotten, despite being in the creators program, 0 silver. Damn it. I thought they're also sending some silver along because, yeah, how am I going to upgrade this now, right? But, you know, we're going to keep this at level 6 Mark II. Also the weapons. It's a good level, you know. I recently made a video where we explored how far should you even upgrade? Does it even make sense to go past Mark II level 1? It's in the top right corner for you guys, in case you haven't yet seen it. Check it out. Yeah, so we're leveling first the Bull. This is going to be a bit of a longer video, but I hope you guys are okay with that. Let's move on into this stuff. And I'm really hyped, by the way. I haven't been able to keep up with the news in War Robots over the last days because I was in the full stress on the airport and finding the hotel here and moving around with my 2 suitcases in my backpack. It's all shown on these other channels that I'm mentioning. The token makes sense here. However, I think we're at level 12. Reduces the dot effect taken by the robot. Obviously, if you're playing the Rex, this is like one of the most important bonuses that you can get, okay? So, we have 7,000 something of these microchip thingies, yeah? I think it's still one of those leftovers that I got from the conversion of all my modules into the new system. And one more upgrade, however, requires an upgrade token. I guess it makes sense. We're upgrading, so an upgrade token makes sense here. However, I think it does not belong into upgrading pilots, right? Because if you max out a pilot, the last step will cost an upgrade. Actually, I think 3 upgrade tokens. Or is it 1? We're gonna see. But I disagree with this one because a pilot upgrade, why does it need an upgrade token? Like it's like you sending him to a university, you're teaching him, right? It's education. How does it? It's not a robot. Why does he need an upgrade token? You know, it makes no sense. But here's the Rex Legendary Pilot. The Rex ability has an extra charge, right? It's like the Ravana has an extra charge on his phase shift, or Transcendence. So we're gonna see how lucky we are with the random skills applied. Because you can be very lucky here and get a good amount of well-leveled skills and then the right ones. Or you get terrible skills that you don't want. Yeah, so increased durability is already the right skill. I want that. Increased weapon damage, but durability is lower. That's exactly the opposite of what I want from a tanky robot. So this one has to be scrapped. This one is good. This one we can keep. Replenishes one ability charge once we drop 50%. We need that. That's a great choice. Blaze Rex deals increased weapon damage, but its speed is lower. Also useless, okay? So I'm gonna make this like an extensive tutorial guide on how to equip a robot also, okay? We have 11,000 Memorium, so bear with me, gonna be a little longer. If you don't just wanna see the gameplay, skip ahead. I'm fine with that, my friends, okay? As usual, this content is for you, it's not for me, so pick what you like. So we can choose the other thing, which reactivates a 50%, the active module at 50%. I typically go with that because it's cheap. You only equip it once, and it's already basically maxed. You never have to max this or upgrade this any further. That's why I like these skills. And if you do have the power cells to support the playstyle, you can use this very well. Why is there a red thingy up here? Do I have a new title? Why are you showing me a red thingy up here? Gourmet. What a title is that? Who wants to have a gourmet next to? How did we even get this? Anyways, if the enemy team controls 3 or more beacons, increase weapon damage. It's not a good skill. We really need to max out the HP. So what I'm going for is also very important, active module recharges faster if you have a playstyle that utilizes active modules because you have the power cells. If you don't need this pilot skill, neither do you need the one that recharges your active module, right? You could go, however, with less power cell usage, but then again, if you're not using power cells, what's the point? More speed. Speed is meta, always great, but I don't want to sacrifice durability for it. Never. Never gonna do it. Basically on any robot, I would never sacrifice HP. HP is stat number 1. But just generally increasing speed is a good one, okay? Let's move on further. As long as durability less than 30%, it gets increased movement speed. That's good for robots that are very fast and need to capture beacons. But if you have a tank robot like the Rex, you would want to go with the defense points version. So that's what we're going to choose to override this skill. Costs us obviously some Memorium, and we're not upgrading it, so we're just in the process of choosing the right skills. The next one is already perfect, so we're keeping that. Increased weapon damage, but durability lower, no thank you. That's exactly what I don't want. I could go with speed, but first priority is always HP. Durability, okay? So, we could even have the additional movement speed in addition to the defense points. Interesting. I thought that the stubborn skills override when you have one or the others. Alright, never mind. Very important is also healing per second, right? But that again depends on what active modules you use. Maybe you're using active healing, then you don't need it. And I'm not quite sure which one I'm going to use. Also here, each second, right? That would be the one that you want, and also for each ability activation, super good on a Rex, because he's got a lot of abilities to run with. If you have both, you're basically always on max HP cap. And then you don't need to use the active module healing for it, right? So you can differentiate. That's what we like about War Robots. There is a lot of ways to customize your playstyle. I just wish those ways weren't monetized so strongly. But yeah, so let's keep going. Rex increased weapon damage. Oh, by the way, if you enjoy the thoroughness of this video and the way I'm leading you through all the steps and brain farts, then stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and stay with me, buddies. Wait a minute, where's the other durability for... I want the durability for weapon damage. I must have overlooked it. What the heck? Increased speed for durability? No. Yeah. What the heck? What is going on? This skill should be here. Increased durability. Increases weapon damage, but durability is lowered. And because we're trying to override this skill, we should see the other skill. Okay, you know what? Let's go with the speed then. Maybe the next skill will show up and have the option. I don't know. This shouldn't be the case. I'm confused because I think it would have this skill. So we're using gold to upgrade the pilot, and then obviously Memorium to promote him to the next level. And I'm actually going to bump this through with a bunch of button presses here on the gold. One of the remnants of my old days is still having a good amount of gold. And now, here we need an upgrade token to get. It's one of them, not three, for the to unlock the last level. Again, Pixonic, I disagree with the fact that this requires an upgrade token. I think it makes no sense. In my opinion, you should change that. But there's a lot of things, in my opinion, that need to be more fair when it comes to pilots. For instance, changing a pilot skill. If you were really fair with this, in my opinion, you would make it so that if some player leveled a skill to golden, he can choose and swap between the skills by spending Memorium, but the level upgrade will stay the same. This would be really fair. It would be a better way for people to experiment with different skills. Also, it would probably bring you guys more Memorium too, maybe, because people would be more willing to experiment with skills and also pay for the switching, you know? I think it would be a nice compromise, you know? But just my 2 cents, and I've sent this a bunch of times, and I know, unfortunately, it's probably not going to change much. So, we've just unlocked 2 more skills, and I haven't maxed the skill yet, but let's see if the new skill appears that I'm looking for. Increased speed, but durability is lowered. That's not what I'm looking. I'm looking for increased durability, but speed is lowered. Or has durability. No. No. Huh. It doesn't exist. Increased weapon damage for durability or speed? Okay, they don't have it in there. Apparently they don't consider the Rex a full tank. Like a Fenrir, for example, has that option. Okay. So in that case, I'm going to go with healing upon activation of the ability. And then I'm going with healing per second. I'm choosing this playstyle where we are constantly healing each second of gameplay. Okay? And then we're going to boost the pilot to max. Ooh, wow, this costs a lot of gold now. I would recommend not doing that. If you guys are probably not having this kind of gold laying around, do not boost the last levels, or even the last couple of levels, yeah. So, now we have, because we switched the skills, we lost all of the levels for them. Again, I think this is unfair. As long as Rex has durability, it gains this, and more durability here. Alright, so, we had 11,000 Memorium before, remember. So, we're upgrading to the first step. So, 19 resistance after we lost 70% of our health. Then the next one, 25, and now 40 defense points, right? Very good. HP goes up to 15% when you have this gold level maxed. Speed goes up to 15%. Speed has always been the meta in War Robots. It's the second most important skill after durability, and in some robot instances I would even go first priority. If this is like a Loki or a Skyros, you would want max speed above anything else, because these robots don't live from their tankiness. They don't benefit much from health increases anyways, because they have low base HPs. And since percentage increase only is percentage based, you're not gaining much for upgrading their health, but gaining speed on a robot that is already fast, that's the kicker. So we've meanwhile spent around 9,000 Memorium to get the whole robot pilot from level 60, by the way, right? So we didn't have to do that, but I had to change basically almost all the skills and to get him to max level. So 9,000 Memorium, keep that in mind. But now we have this thing, maximum speed and durability, and we get maximum healing per second, which means we no longer need to go with an active healing module. I can keep that away. So we're going to unlock, we have almost 7,000 of the modules. So let's see how much we need to upgrade this to the maximum level. First, we have to research the base levels, which are a little more cheaper. Okay. And then we're choosing a specialization. Fortifier and anti-control makes 0 sense because, okay, anti-control makes no sense on the Rex because we already have it with the drone, right? so no need for anti-control. Fortifier makes no sense because we have no physical and no energy shield, so senseless. And the same here, the heavy armor kit would be useful, but it's overall, of course, a wasted thing. Instead, we could go with attack, which also makes no sense because we need to make this thing as tanky as possible. So I'm guessing the brawler is going to be what we're going to choose. This is the one that we want to max because we're going to get the repair amplifier, which adds a whole bunch of immunities after we've taken a certain amount of damage, defense points, and so on. And gray damage restore, exactly what we need from a tanky robot such as the Rex. So, we're going to max level with it. And by the way, feel free to share this video around with everybody you know who plays Warbots and who might want to have a bit of an insight into what to focus on when looking at a certain robot. In this case, a more tanky-based robot, because I don't think we have to worry about firepower with those new weapons. So, we have a nuclear reactor and the armor kit. Since tankiness is priority number 1, we're staying with the armor. 4% more durability. It's not much, but at least it helps us more than anything else. Remember, we chose every healing skill, so we don't need healing here. Instead, we could go with the Gray Restore. Yes, that is also healing, but it focuses more on restoring the lost Gray HP. This is something you could do because technically it's not a full healing skill. Or you could go with a Phase Shift. I like Phase Shifts because they allow you to counter certain robot abilities. I'm going to go with a Phase Shift for now, and if I find out later then when playing that we have to increase or reduce the Gray HP damage that we've taken, then we have to can switch to this one. But for now, I'm trying the other one. And now comes the very important, the Immune Amplifier. Way more important than Last Stand. Why? Last Stand only helps you for a few seconds and makes you immune. Okay, that can be useful, but Titan weapons still bypass your Last Stand. Weapons like Reapers and Gauss Volt Weber also do that, same as Corrosion. Whereas you can also lose the last stand just taking one shot and you're after in cover and then it's ticking down. So it's not always useful. However, the Immune Amplifier is going to become useful because it gives you so many immunities to things. Although, hold on a second, we get extra durability, speed increase. Yeah, we also get immunity to lockdown and suppression, but also freezing. Lockdown and suppression we already have from the drone, but the freeze is new. The extra durability and the speed would be important. I guess we could experiment around. In this case, because of the special drone, the Immune Amplifier might not be such a have-to, right? I think we had 9,000, right? So we're maxing it out. And then we had 9,200, so we spent about 4,000 if I see this correctly. And I'm leveling up one more. I'm not going with the other specializations, even though they would give me the permanent effects. Oh my goodness, 9 kph more speed. Yo, that is important. However, I don't think the Rex is lacking speed. Here, more durability would be great, more damage output. All of those things would be really nice, but I'm not willing to unlock two complete specializations that I'm not going to use. Okay, so I'm stopping right here, and I would suggest you guys to do the same, even though these bonuses are interesting. By the way, do you see this? I'm not crazy. Oh! Right here, there is a weapon. There is a discipline laying between the legs of the Rex. It's not here, though. Alright, so let's upgrade the Stealther battleship, okay? And I think this episode, since it's already getting so long, is only going to be about upgrading everything. And in the next one, or the second next, or whatever, we're gonna, I think tomorrow, in tomorrow's video, we're gonna look at the gameplay. Okay, for now, this is like an upgrading tutorial, what to focus your efforts on, to teach you some of this. So now we have the battleship, and you see it's level 3, base level. What this one does, it provides a stealth. It already gives you a 5-second effect duration at the level that we're at right now, and it repairs apparently 5.5% HP. Very nice. Okay, so this means we will not equip the, what is that? I don't think I have it here. The Stealther. What is this thing? Aegis Lifesaver? Yeah, we will not equip the Lifesaver turret because the Lifesaver turret will also give us stealth, but only 3 seconds. And since the stealth doesn't stack onto the stealth duration of the battleship, makes no sense. Keep that in mind. Certain turrets make no sense on certain battleships, okay? Instead, we are choosing a protection skill. Anti-jamming, again, no use for the Rex, but it could be useful for some other robots. However, the increased Aegis system is something that will help us on any robot, therefore being most universal and good to choose. In the support category for the turrets, and remember, once you equip a turret, you cannot remove it anymore. Also, that is not okay, Pixonic. I hate this. This is a very unfair thing to do. A player who is invested into content, you can't just delete the content because he wants to do what War Robots is best at, provide a sandbox of opportunities to let players experiment with their playstyles. That's what made the game great, okay? And now you're using this against the player. If he wants to experiment, he's gonna lose what he bought. That's so lame, man. You should not do this, Pixonic. Please rethink that. But, yeah. It's about the 100th time that I've mentioned this. We have a Repair Blast, which repairs us, but I don't think we're going to need that. Positive Energy Recuperator will make us faster and removes freeze, slow, and lockdown. Again, not useful in our case. What could be useful is a damage enforcement system to get us more damage output after the use of the battleship. That could make sense. Or, of course, what I would prefer, actually, is the Durability Extender. That's actually really huge. I think, yeah, I don't like to do this, but I want the Durability Extender twice on this one because it's one of the few battleships that has that. And the Durability Extender does what the name suggests. It increases your maximum HP and your current HP. And even though more damage output is cool, lasting bonus, like a permanent bonus, is way cooler in my opinion. I usually prefer those. So, alright guys, let's upgrade the Stealther battleship. That's one more thing we have to do. we have 21,000 of those upgrade points, and the battleship is level 3. And the stealth duration is 5 seconds. I think it goes up to 10 seconds because we can take the distance from here to here and double it, and it should be at about 10 seconds, I think. So let's first do that, because this is obviously the most important thing on this battleship. However, you also want to boost the charge speed multiplier. You see here on the right, the more you upgrade, the more expensive the upgrade stages get. So maybe we're going to stop at around 8 seconds of stealth duration now, and begin investing into the speed modifier. That's the second most important thing. The repairable durability is something that we can kind of leave away, because if you remember, we have already gone heavily into health recharge on the pilot skills. So much so that we don't even need to use the active module for it. So we can also, since this is the same thing, we can leave it away here as well. We have, however, durability extension on the turret, so that is already included with some heal. Okay? So that's why I can technically completely leave out the repairable durability. And in this case, this is exactly what I'm going to be doing. We have 21,000 of those points. We want the charge speed modifier because that will bring up the battleship way more often. And you want to have this as often as possible. So this is one of the most important things. And the second one is the stealth duration. 10 seconds of stealth duration is absolutely ludicrous. Yeah, so let's go and do that. Now, since I did receive enough of the components here to upgrade this battleship further, I guess I'm going to do that. But keep in mind, the last upgrade step takes 600 points and only gives you 0.2 seconds. This one is actually the least worth upgrade stage of all. So I'm gonna leave it away for now, just to show you how much we're gonna spend. Remember, 21,000 we had. And by the way, this is when we were finished. We are actually let's calculate 500 off of this, and we were finished, because you don't need this. If you build a build like me, you will not need this down here. So we had 11,000 and we were at 8,300 or so. So we needed about 2,500 points, or 3,000. No, sorry, 21,000. 12,500 points or something is what we needed. Okay, or 12,000. Or 12,000 points, something like this. That's the amount we needed to get to here, maybe 11.5. Okay, but or too shortly before this. Now what I'm doing is I'm just going to use the rest of the points that I have available, but of course I'm going to leave away the 600er upgrade stage there. That makes no sense. Okay, the HP recharge is actually really substantial though, giving you a lot of HP. But then again, remember, you don't have the upgrades often from the battleships, right? So 15%. Again, the last one is usually not worth it. I have the points laying around. Why wouldn't I use them? I can't use them on another battleship. So obviously we're gonna max it out. But just to give you the idea, the higher you get, the less useful these things become. And you might want to stop, for example, here if you're limited. In this case, I would stop here and leave this away completely. All right. Okay, so, and now that we have maxed the battleship, good, that's done too. For now, we are ready to play the new robot, but again, this is going to be in the next video episode, otherwise it's going to be like a, 40-minute long video. That's nuts. So again, if you want to know more about my leaving of Germany, why in the world would I do that, right? What's going on there? What did I do? What did I take with me, right? My valuables, declaring gold at the customs and whatever. If you want to know all of those things and the reason why I haven't been keeping up with War Robots for a couple of days, check out the links below, TikTok and Instagram. Both platforms have the exact same videos. Somehow Instagram is not growing at all, but TikTok is doing great. Very interesting, by the way. I'm uploading the same thing on Insta as well as TikTok. Insta basically is just dead, does nothing with it. TikTok is growing like crazy. Unreal. But yeah, so check it out, my friends, and I hopefully see you there, because I'm also checking in there, answering comments and so on. And I will hopefully also see you in the next video where we're actually playing the Rex. My apologies for not doing it this way. I hope you don't find it lame, but I think it makes no sense to make this like a 45-minute long video. Instead, I'm going to keep this to be some sort of upgrading guide and say goodbye. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, my friends. Have a good one. Until then, Manny off. Bye.
Today is about Timo. Our kit in Tales Tale really takes an inspiration from his daily life as a Yordle, as a Vandal Scout will look like. In result, we have Timo using like devices to help him float, to get around trains, and we have shovels to dig up some treasures or whatever. We got a lot of flavor of the Vandal Scout in Timo's kit here. We want to make sure that individual tools that he has are individually fun.
What's up, guys? So in this video, I'm going to be testing out a new Rex pilot that got added this event. So Danny Kyberia is the new one, and he has 2 pilot skills, like the Hestatus pilot. One that increases the Elok to Murex accuracy, and one that each time a dot effect expires on the Rex, we get a 1% damage bonus for 5 seconds. So I don't know if that's even going to do anything. But yeah, I have the same pilot skills as my regular pilot, the exact same modules as I always run on this, the bull drone as well. So we're going to see how good this guy is today. Okay, guys, so we have dropped in on Ground Zero map. We'll start off with the Blaze Rex first. Oh, so we only have 2 ability charges now. I forgot about that. The other pilot gives us our extra charge. Okay, so that is a big sacrifice, because having 3 charges, you basically have infinite ability. Okay, so now I'm going to have to lock in and play with only 2. So we basically trade. There is so many Lokis about right now. What the hell? We trade our extra charge for Sharpshooter, basically. The bonus skill from this pilot is basically Sharpshooter. Okay, so we got the Loki. Oh, where the hell did this guy come from? Oh, does it work on the built-in weapon as well? I swear it doesn't. Okay, I do think the weapons might be a little bit better. Okay, the built-in weapon is OP for some reason. I don't know if it's meant to work on that, but it seems like it does. Okay, I can't hit that guy. Oh, Fenrir is going to be a great target to test this increased accuracy. He got deleted. Okay, I'm locked by that Pathfinder. It's fine, so we'll go after him afterwards. What is that? An Aljun? Literally a free kill. We have an Orochi here as well. We're on a Beyond Godlike with this Rex. Right, let's go for this annoying Pathfinder, because he just keeps locking me down. I've got to decide whether this guy is better than the other one with the 3 charges. Oh my god, that accuracy is actually kind of noticeable though. And wait, what was the other thing? You get an increased damage bonus? That's not really that noticeable. Oh, okay, well we got one of them. I don't even know which one it was. I take it was a Samjok, because that guy lived. There's literally only 2 of them left. I'm at full health. It really... Okay, you Luchador. It really is the time of the Rex right now. Oh my god, that Teth. He's going to run now. I'm just going to go back after him. Oh no, I was kind of relying on getting that kill so I could charge my mothership. Now I've got to run from this guy. Usually these weapons up close to Titans do broken damage. So with 25% accuracy more, it should do a stack more damage. Okay, this guy he might get stolen. Oh no, he got the kill. A Condor. Oh, he's landing right in front of me. Okay, and we're going to phase shift. What's the point? Lovely use of phase shift there. Another reason why it's literally the worst module. I do kind of want to go after that Luchador now. Is that Kaji? Okay, we don't really want to go near him. I don't have enough ability charges to tank his mines like with the other pilot. Okay, we can't really do anything to him though. I don't know. Oh, what the hell? I actually killed him from that? Okay, that's kind of broken. Okay, this guy is going to be interesting to fight. Oh, okay, yeah. It's basically like having Sharpshooter, because we are now doing a lot more damage with the weapons. Oh my god, we are just smoking that Luchador up. He is gone. But I did take a lot of damage from the Heimdall, and I don't have enough charges to fight him. Look at that damage though, that's broken. 1 million damage in 1 clip. That's insanity. Can we get him? We probably can. He's got his repair amp, never mind. Time to run. Okay, we might be fine actually. He's on reload. Oh my god. Wow. 2 Titans we just smoked. That's incredible. That's crazy. We can just hide around here from the sword unit and still get the beacon. Is that a Bedway? Why? I'm seeing so many like different stuff recently after this rebalance. Oh wow. I think this is like the Titan killer build. because that increased accuracy. Oh, I might die to that stupid sword unit now. Okay, we're still good. How on earth am I still alive? 3 Titans we've killed now. That's broken. I 100% thought that sword was going to get me. 3 Titan Slayers with the Rex is crazy. And we're almost at full health still. But yeah, the game's done. Alright, so that actually did very well. But I don't know. Is that better than the guy with 3 charges? That is crazy. Because at the end of the day, if you fight most robots up close with those shotguns, you will one-clip them no matter if it's accurate or not. 14 kills, 9.8 million, 4 assists, and 6 beacons. So an insane 1 robot, 1 game run with that Rex. With the new, whatever his name was, pilot. But yeah, guys, here are the honor points for that game. Let's drop into another one and see how well we can do. I don't know if this guy's going to be better than the soldier pilot. Oh, ground 0 again? Well, I guess we'll just use the same strat as last time. Alright, let's go. Okay, I'll just go for center because I'm not even going to make it to that beacon. I can't dash though because I've only got 2 charges. I really don't like having only 2 instead of 3 charges, because that will put me at a disadvantage if I fight another Rex that has 3 charges. That's my main issue with that. Oh my god, these weapons are just insane though. And what is even the other thing? You get like a 1% damage boost. That whole skill or whatever is not even noticeable. So I am basically just going to count this guy as the weapons pilot. Okay, he's just going to use his phase shift. Oh, I'm linked? Is that a Peppery link? What the hell? The OG link. That's crazy. There's another Skyros. Is that a Nightingale? Alright, can we... Oh my god, this is actually hectic as hell. What is going on? Oh my god. So much stuff is happening at this beacon. Alright, look at that. That is crazy. I guess the accuracy is better at hitting targets like the Leo that are in the air. One-shotted that guy, and that guy's gone too. The weapons just do not care. They will one-shot you whatever you have. It's actually broken how much damage they do. That's a godlike run now. Another Sandog's gonna...
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Okay, guys, so the new tournament has the Ultimate Bulgasari in it, and I really want this thing. And luckily, they've made this the 24 hours one, so I can literally have it in 4 days if I grind enough. Literally, all I have to do is grind games. So yeah, I'm actually going to be trying to go for this. This is the first time I've actually wanted to lock in and go for a tournament. Usually, I get to the second stage without even trying and have to purposely not play the game so I get eliminated and don't take the spot from someone else. But yeah, I guess all there is to do now is just start grinding. Alright, first game of the day, we did pretty well, but we lost, because 2 people ditched, apparently. But yeah, let's see how this actually did for the tournament. Okay, so I'm in second. 130 points from 1 game. Alright, so we have started. Okay, so I've been playing for about an hour now, and I've already managed to rack up some points. So we'll really quickly claim these power cells, and we're at 1,320 points. So I'm in first place. I'm obviously not going to stay in first place because I barely need to play for this first stage. I just need to lock in and beat like whoever's in 10th. So it should be pretty easy. I usually don't even need to try for this. So yeah, and then tomorrow I'll have to grind stage 2. Okay guys, so we passed stage 1. I can't lie, I didn't really have to put in that much effort for it, but there we go. We got 5th place and yeah, a common data pad silver. So there we go. Here are all the people that I guess got eliminated, and yeah, now stage 2 is beginning, and we're already number 22, so it's time to start locking in and continuing the grind for today. Alright, so first game of the day, 16.9 million, 15 kills, 8 beacons, 5 assists, 5,900 honor. So this should put us at, yeah, top 2 already, so that's decent. There's only 5 spots this time though, which is kind of concerning. Alright, so I've been playing for about an hour and a half, and I have got the top 1 spot by quite a while. It's a bit scary having only 5 spots, so I do need to try and get a bunch of points. How many spots is there going to be in the next one? Like 2 or 3? That's going to be crazy. But yeah, I think I'm safe for now. Okay, so we have made it to day 3. 9,280 was my final score. We still had a 2,000 gap of points between the guy in second. So there we go. It's now time to lock in again. I hope that there's not like 3 spaces or something crazy. Oh, what the hell? Why have they all got so much points already? Okay, time to start grinding. All right, that is literally the first win I've gotten. I'm getting cooked today. I guess Pixonic have decided that I've been winning too many games recently. We're only in 11th, so this might be where it ends for me. I need to just keep grinding, I guess, but if these guys keep going, then I'm just going to be screwed. I don't know how they're getting so much points. That guy's at 2K already. It's been out for an hour. Okay, that was a good one. 6,307 honor. So let's see how we're progressing up this leaderboard. I am getting there, but oh my god. Okay, 6th place. We just need to keep going. All right, we finally made it to 5th place, and I basically just need to just keep going and just get like a massive gap between all these other guys. Okay, so that is my squad games over. Shout out to Dirty Harry from the Roma clan for the squads there. We're in 2nd. 8,000 points. I'm catching up to that guy in 1st. But yeah, as long as I'm ahead a bit, that is good. Okay, I'm going to make an executive decision. It has been an hour, I don't know, maybe a couple of hours. These guys are not slowing down. Holy moly. I think we're either at the account sharers stage or just the unemployed people that are locking in. I don't know if I have it left in me to continue with this. I've literally been playing the game for like 3 days now. We also have Koenig and Ghoul in the same leaderboard as me, which is crazy. I am pretty burnt out, and to me, the ultimate Bulgasari does not even seem that tempting anymore. I have literally been playing 8 hours a day pretty much for the past 3 days, and I'm kind of over getting it. Apparently, Koenig literally is phoning in sick from his job to keep playing this game, just so he can grind the tournament. What the hell? So if that's what I'm up against, I don't care that much. I would much rather just buy the ultimate when it comes back in an ultimate comeback, because I could have probably worked a regular 9-to-5 job and earned enough money in the time that I've spent grinding for this to just straight up buy it. It does suck because I have now wasted 3 days of my life for no reason, but I am going to be backing out of the tournament because, oh my god, these guys are locking in. Okay, so this has literally been the first time I've logged into the game since the tournament, but I need to tell you guys what happened the day after I got eliminated, so stage 4. Koenig and Ghoul both absolutely grinded the heck out of it. I think they played something insane, like 17 hours throughout the day. And right at the end, 4 hackers just spawned into their leaderboards like they just started playing, and they'd hacked the top 4 spots in literally like a few hours. So everyone that actually did lock in and play nearly 18 hours a day got robbed of the spots because there was hackers. So I'm going to be honest, if that was me and I did actually lock in and grind to stage 4, this would be a very different type of video. I would be ranting worse than ever before. I don't know why Pixonic don't just have something that can detect if people are hacking in the tournament. Because if I had just spent that long grinding the tournament just for it to get taken by a hacker, I would be absolutely furious. I did contact Pixonic, but let's just say they weren't too interested in actually fixing the issue. But yeah, guys, basically that is going to be my first and last time where I grind a tournament. Because even if I had carried on grinding for the stage 4, I probably would have made it. And then, yeah, I literally would have just been screwed over by a random hacker. So they need to do something about that because that is kind of ridiculous. I'll have to just try and get the Bulgasari from an ultimate comeback. But anyway, guys, let's drop in some gameplay for the rest of this video. Okay, guys, so we have dropped in on Valley Map. We will start off with the Bagbio first. This should be good because we literally have so many walls just at the center. Oh, we have Sean H on their team. Let's go. The guy I know from the forums is also in our Growl clan now. Guys, if you want to join the Howl or Growl clan, make sure to do so. We always have spots for everyone. Hopefully, we can win this game. Someone on their team has literally ditched already. And I'm already getting focused by a sword. So I am actually going to just get one charge. So there we go. That is the perks of being a content creator. But anyway, now I can drop something else and we can actually try and clutch up and get the win with Sean. What the hell is happening here? How am I taking so much damage? From Teth weapons? Really? Okay. Well, since when has my Ultimate Griffin ever taken damage from Teth weapons? Maybe that guy had blindness immunity or something. I don't know. Right, the Lancelot is going to have to clutch up, but that Rex is over there. And those weapons can just... Oh my god. They can just completely counter me. Alright, there we go. The Rex weapons can literally insta-kill the Ultimate Lancelot. Alright, so I have stealth. At this point, I just want to get the Nodens charged. Why have we only got 4 guys? What's going on? I'll try and get this beacon. But we do have this one guy's Teth that's just unkillable. I don't know. That guy's just not taking damage. Is that the same guy from earlier? There we go. We're finally going to kill him. That guy was doing a lot of damage. Alright. Please don't let that guy execute me. Alright. Let's try kill this sword unit and stop him from getting center. Okay, double kill. I am actually doing so bad this game. The Titan is like 3/4, just over 3/4 charge. So this, okay, we finally got that guy, which is good. Okay, we do have the 4 cap now. We might be able to come back from this. Alright, this guy's gonna be gone. Literally just a bunch of Leos at the back. What the hell? Why are they not pushing forward? Okay, we'll get one. Oh my god. Is that on? It's a Fenrir. Okay, my Nodens is ready, so let's just drop it. We can defend this beacon with it as well. Oh, Devourer! Alright, nice. Titan Slayer. Okay, let's get the healing going. I don't think I've played a game with Sean since I've had the Nodens, which is crazy, because I literally get matched with him so often. He has his Bjorn, so I'm basically going to just try my hardest to make sure that Bjorn just does not die. But we also need to watch out for our other teammates as well. So he's going right over to them. I mean, the game is... Okay, it's kind of over. But we seem to be low on players. Right, this guy has to go. Okay, I'm on reload, which is kind of annoying. Right, we'll keep the healing going. As well. An annoying Samjok. Okay, sword unit, so I'm going to be doing a lot of healing. Right, I need to go and get this Teth. Alright. Suppress him. Unfortunately, the healing wasn't enough for that guy. Is that guy charged? Who charged that sword unit? Alright, there we go. Double kill. We might even be able to get that guy as well. There's only 3 of us left. What is going on? Why have we got such little players this game? Okay, so we have this ether. Okay. Right, I've got to keep the healing going. I think I am healing him right now. We'll just keep going. But yeah, the Bjorn is so tanky if you build it right. So the combination of that tankiness and my grey healing, we should be able to, in theory, get him back to full health. We need him to go and help this Luchador over here with fighting the other Bjorn. There's so many guys. I think we're all in Titans. So if I can just support us. Yeah, look at the healing. It's so broken. Like, look at that. That is crazy healing. He's almost back to... Well, he's near full health. Look at that. Shout out to Sean right here. Let's go. It's so good when you actually have teammates that you know you can rely on. Usually, if this was, like, me on my own or whatever, there's 3 of us left. The game would be over. But when I actually get matched with decent players, we can actually all work together. Look at this. The healing is actually insane on this. Look at the support. Okay, another Devourer. What the hell? Alright, bear mode, we have healing. So not only is he going to be insanely tanky, he's also healing grey health while taking basically 0 damage. So we'll keep that going. That Devourer can just sit in center for now because I don't think he's going to be too much of a threat. We need to watch these beacons, but there's more of them. We're down to 3 guys now. It's just me, Sean and this other guy's Luchador. And I am starting to come under a little bit of fire here. Why have we got a Dagon over there? I need to stick near these Titans. We're getting center back, but they are... Okay, I probably should be trying to go for these guys. Damn it. Okay, I should have waited over at that beacon. Right, we'll keep the healing going. Oh my god. Yeah, you can just see why they're nerfing these weapons. My mothership is going to absolutely carry me as well. This Devourer better not just sit in stealth. The Luchador's actually going for that beacon, which is nice. I need to try and take down this Devourer. Right, how are we doing? I think we're actually chilling. Come on, do it. I will win. There's no way that this guy can kill me. How? I'm on the beacon. How did he get it? Really? I literally was on it. Really? Okay, I don't know if that was lag or what. Okay, this Luchador's actually getting low. What the hell? Oh, there's another Titan over there. I think this guy's trying to push me off. Can we get the kill disposal? Oh, well, that just fully charged my arms. Sean is back to full health. Oh my god. That is insane. We're still just sat on the beacon with this Devourer. Oh, okay, now he wants to die. What was the point, honestly? Like, why even bother wasting everyone's time by just doing that? He did like 200k damage to me, that's it. This Luchador is actually on life support right now. Okay, I got the beacon. Oh, he might die. He actually might die. I've tried so hard to keep him alive. Look at this. He has so much grey health. Right. We're still going. We're still going. This is going to be an incredibly high healing game for me. I can't believe we got Sean's Bjorn all the way back to pretty much full health. He has taken a little bit of damage since now. How strong is that Rook? Oh my god. Where's Luchador? We need to prioritize him because he is about to die. But we can heal both of them at once. I think we actually might be able to clutch up and win this. It's been like just the three of us. Yeah, right, we've actually got it. Oh my god. For the whole second half of the game, it was just us three. And thanks to the overpowered healing, and finally for once, actually we have decent players on our team that we were able to clutch up there. Let's go. This is going to be high damage, definitely. I wonder... Oh my god, we broke 20 million. What the hell? 9 assists, 11 kills, and 6 beacons. GG's. What a game. Shout out to Sean, who is my guy from the forums. He is a great player, and oh my god, that Bjorn is strong. I kept that thing going for so long with that healing. Here are the honor points as well that we got for that game. That was actually crazy. Look at that. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed that gameplay, and yeah, it is a shame about the tournament because a lot of players actually worked really hard to grind for the Ultimate Bulgasari and then got screwed over by the hackers. So I certainly won't be doing another tournament. But anyway guys, if you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.